Many years ago, there lived a very rich family. This family was so rich that they could afford anything they wanted and travel anywhere they wanted to go for holidays. Mary is the first child of the family and also a graduate of business administration from the State University. Richard, who was the second child, was a medical student, and Benjamin, the last child, was an accounting student. Richard and Benjamin studied in a private university while Mary was admitted in the State University. One tragic morning, their parents were driving to the airport when they got involved in a car accident and lost their lives. It was a very sad news for the family, as Mary and her brothers wept bitterly as their parents were buried. After their parents' death, Mary became the manager and also the director of her father's company. She began running the family affairs and paying her brothers' school fees. During one of their holidays, Richard and Benjamin told Mary that they would like to have a conversation with her. They told Mary that their monthly allowance was no longer enough, so they demanded for an increment. Mary declined their request, which got Richard very angry. He stood up and left. Soon after he left, Benjamin went close to Mary and pleaded with her that she should please increase their monthly allowance. But Mary said she had done that 3 months ago, that why would they be requesting for an increment just 3 months after she had approved one. Benjamin also left angrily and went straight to Richard's room. Richard vowed that he would deal with Mary and Mary should not hold him responsible for anything that happens to her. Richard got angry and left the house late at night. He went straight to their uncle's place, and their uncle was surprised to see a car drive inside his compound that late time of the night. After the car parked, their uncle saw it was Richard and told him to come inside. When they got inside, Richard narrated the scenario that had happened at home earlier to their uncle, and their uncle told him to calm down, that he would speak to Mary. Richard wanted to return home that night, but their uncle stopped him and told him it was too late. The next morning, after Richard had left, their uncle called Mary and told her to please come to his place for a brief meeting. Mary immediately dressed up and rushed down to their uncle's place, as she did not know what the meeting outcome was going to be. When she got to their uncle's place, her uncle's wife, Madam Martha, welcomed her to their home and offered her food to eat. Shortly after she ate her food, their uncle called her to the garden and discussed with her what Richard had told him the previous night. Mary explained to the uncle that this is the third time she would be increasing their monthly allowance since their parents' death 6 months ago. Their uncle told Mary to go home, that they would resolve the issue calmly. When Mary got home, she was surprised to see her brothers leaving for school, but the holiday was not over yet. She tried talking to them, but there was no response from them. 2 weeks later, their uncle called for a family meeting. He invited their family lawyer and called the family elders to the meeting. He called the lawyer to read the will, but the lawyer told them that their father told him that he should only read the will a year after his death, but it was only 6 months. Everyone continued with their activities as Richard began planning what he would do with his share of their late parents' property. The day finally came and it was time for the lawyer to read the will. The lawyer told everyone to please pay attention to the screen, as he wanted to play a video record for everyone to see. When he began playing the video record captured a scene of Mary, Benjamin, and Richard's late parents confessing that they are not the biological parents of Richard, as they only adopted him because Mary needed someone to always play with while growing up. Richard got angry and hit his hand on the table. He screamed, and everyone was shocked to hear this news. He tried to leave the meeting, but his uncle calmed him down to wait till the meeting was concluded. After the meeting was concluded, Richard was given a reasonable share of the property, but was not still satisfied. He got angry and left the meeting. Richard went very far and no one had any idea where he moved to. Mary and Benjamin tried reaching out to him, but they could not. One fateful day, Mary and Benjamin were sitting inside the sitting room where they heard a loud gunshot in their compound. Mary peeped and saw 7 gunmen approaching them. She immediately signaled Benjamin, and Benjamin called the police. But unfortunately, the gunmen took all their properties. While the gunmen were trying to escape, the police arrived and apprehended 2 of them. The 2 gunmen were arrested and taken to the police station for interrogation. When they got to station, the gunmen confessed that it was Richard who sent them, and Richard was arrested. Richard was taken to court and sentenced to prison. Mary and Benjamin felt very bad for Richard, but there was nothing they could do. Soon after, Benjamin apologized to Mary for not being a good and supportive brother and promised to do better henceforth.